My name is Reid Yobe. I want to talk to you about training children. A lot of people are just raising them. But have you ever thought about training? You see, when it comes to children, the most important thing that you must give them is not love, but it's training. So people are expressing love to their children in a wrong way, majority of them, because they want their children to see and feel that they are being loved, of which that is not the most important thing. While it is not bad to love your children, express your love to the children and make them feel loved, that is not the most important thing. Rather, you must strike a balance. There is something that you must add that is important as far as the upbringing of your children is concerned, and that's training. And the reason you have to train your children is that there is a future that is waiting for them, a future that they need to step into, having been trained fully. Because if they step into their future without proper training, they may struggle. There are a lot of people today that are struggling. People that are struggling in relationships, that are jumping from one relationship to another. People that happen to be very toxic and probably are blaming everyone around them, yet they are the ones that are toxic. There are people that are jumping from one company to another because they cannot just find a place where they can work properly without having any issues with others. There are people that are struggling today within the society because they don't know how to socialize with people. And all of that can be traced back to how they were raised. So it is very important for you to take into serious consideration the significance of training. You may not get it 100% right, but at least you can try. Your children need to be trained. They need to be trained on how they should relate with others, socialize with others, so that when they grow up and become adults, they will know how to handle relationships. When they grow up and become adults, they will know how to handle social life. When they grow up and become adults, they will know how to take care of other people's businesses. Because when you are working as an employee, you are taking care of a percentage of someone's business. And you need to have all those things in mind. You must think about all those things. That is why it is important for you to train your children and give them discipline. There is a lot that you can do. While they are in that house, you must train them. They must do some house chores. The reason your children should do some house chores is for training purposes. Even how you spend money on them, or even how they themselves spend money that you give them. You must watch that, and you must train them on how to use money. When your children are at school and are having issues with other kids, how do you handle that? What are you telling your children? How should they handle things? You are not going to go everywhere with your child. Well, in the meantime, because your children are still young, they are living under your roof. But a time is coming when they will go out there into the world. Maybe go into another city and live there. Because of work. A day is coming, a time is coming when your children will also start to get themselves involved in relationships and eventually maybe get married. Your children will start working. One day they will also start running businesses. How will they treat people around them? It is up to you as a parent. You must think about those things and watch the character of your child. And you have to be tough to your children to ensure that they become good people, so that when they go out there, they won't struggle. Because whatever that you are going to give them through training is going to sustain them. The love that you give them cannot sustain them. And one thing that you also have to know and remember all the time is that you are the only person who loves your child the way you love your child. You are the only person that loves your child the way you love that child. So if you let your child get away with things simply because you love that child without even making an effort to discipline them, you must remember that the world is not going to have mercy on your children. You don't want your children to end up in jail. So you must train your children so that they can become strong emotionally, even mentally. You see, some of the people that end up committing suicide are weak. They've never experienced rejection in their lives. They were pampered. All they knew, all they ever experienced was love from their parents. And the parents were protecting them, not even rebuking them when they were doing wrong. And when they go out there in the world where the world won't have any mercy on them, it becomes tough. So you must be very careful as a parent how you have your children, how you raise your children. They must be given training. In each and every situation that you find yourself in when you're raising your children, you must ask yourself this question first. What if my child had done this to someone? How were they going to handle this? And you must train them on how to behave so that when they go out there where you won't be, they'll behave in a manner that will let other people tolerate your children and understand them as well. Teach your children manners, and you offer discipline to your children. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way that he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it." So, whichever way you train your children, when they grow up, or when they travel, or when they move to and start living by themselves, where you won't be, they will maintain whatever lifestyle you train them to live. That's why I said there are some people that we meet at work. There are some people that we get ourselves involved with in relationships. Whichever way they treat us, their characters can be traced back to how they were raised. So you have got a responsibility to train your child. So I just thought I should speak to the parents today. I hope this helps someone. Once again, I'm Reid. Thank you.